If you are a writer or artist who struggles with promoting your work, nod your head. I can guess that you are nodding your head right now. And in this video, I am going to explain exactly how to get better at it based on my own personal experience as an agent and editor who has worked with hundreds of writers and artists at all different stages of their career. In fact, this video is an example of what I'm going to explain because I'm making this video to promote my How to Launch Your Graphic Novel course. See how meta that is? In one of my favorite books about book marketing, which is called Your First 1,000 Copies, author Tim Grahl talks about a time when he was at a conference presenting at a panel, and someone in the audience asked him the question, of all the writers that you have worked with to help them promote their books, what is the one thing in common among all those who are most successful? And at the time, he struggled to answer this question while he was on stage. I'm sure we can all relate to that when we have the deer in the headlight moment. But afterwards, he thought about it and he realized that there was one thing in common among all the creators that he'd worked with who had been really successful. And the most common thread, he said, was that all the successful authors I've worked with actually believe it's a good thing for readers to buy their books. So think about that. They all simply believe in themselves. I would 100% agree that if I had to share the one trait that all the creators I've worked with who've been successful have, this is what it would be. All of them fundamentally believe in themselves and their books. Your psychological mindset is way, way more important than any specific marketing tactics. First of all, because you have to have a healthy mindset in order to build a successful career as a creative person, because it is really, really tough. And secondly, it's because self-confidence is contagious, and having that belief in your work inevitably rubs off on other people, whether you're sending a newsletter or doing a talk at an event. But just saying believe in yourself can feel like empty advice. What if you have self-doubt or you feel uncomfortable talking about yourself, or you would really just rather sit in your studio and make your work than go out there and post on Instagram or, God forbid, make a YouTube video? What if you're just human? What I would say is that believe in yourself is not empty advice. It's actually critical, but it's missing the second part, which is how do you actually start to believe in yourself and your work? A lot of people think that you're just born with it and you have it or you don't. End of story. Based on my experience, though, this is absolutely not true. There is a way to build that self-confidence, and it is more straightforward than you might think. The way to grow that belief in yourself is to take baby steps. In other words, to continually take the most realistic small action that you can toward your goals, day after day after day. To say all of this in another way, many people think that if you're feeling confident, you can take action. But the reality is that it's actually the reverse. In order to feel confident, you must take action. The truth is that taking action is what builds your confidence. When you have big goals like make a living as an author or a complex project like launch your book, figuring out how to get there feels very overwhelming very quickly. And that's why it's so important to break it down into little pieces that you can actually get done. And just focus on doing those little things. As you take each action one at a time, one of two things will happen. Number one is that it will go well and you'll keep getting better at it, which is fantastic. Or the second is that it will not go well and you will learn something from what happened. Either you'll learn that it wasn't a good idea in the first place, in which case you can stop doing it, or maybe you'll learn that the way you did it wasn't quite right and you will try a different approach next time. Either way, you are coming out ahead. It's this process of trying something, carrying it through, and evaluating how it went that I guarantee will help you build confidence day after day. What's really cool is that as you grow, what constitutes a baby step changes. So in the beginning, a baby step might be just sending a newsletter for the very first time to your tiny little mailing list. That's amazing. You've done that. As you keep doing something like that, maybe you get a little more advanced. So your next baby step might be trying to get consistent and sending your newsletter on a regular basis at the same time every month. And you keep doing that, you get better at it. Sooner or later, it's not a baby step anymore. And then your next baby step might be getting a paid sponsor, your very first paid sponsor for your newsletter, or launching a Kickstarter to your mailing list. So as you see, you level up with your baby steps. So this is the first time that I have ever created a direct, straight to camera Zoom video where I am teaching something. I have taught many times before. I've taught on Zoom, I've taught live, but I've never done this like direct to camera video, YouTube type video. So this is my first time, and I am sure I am going to learn things from it. So believing in yourself and your work is a ladder that you have to climb one step at a time. You cannot simply leap 10 rungs up and expect that to work out. It is not going to work. The key is that you just take that first step and understand that even if you're only one step off the ground, you have taken a step. And then you can take that next step and take that next step, and you keep climbing. If you like this video, you might want to watch my interview with Mike Lowry, the incredibly prolific author-illustrator who is also the founder of Getting Paid to Draw. In that video, I interview him about how he has built his career and gotten the word out about his work one step at a time.